Hey everyone, welcome back to another video with SkillRary. In this video, we're going to look at how to create a Maven project through Eclipse IDE. To do this, first you need to have JDK installed on your system, and you should have had Eclipse installed on your system, wherein JDK is a prerequisite for Eclipse. And if you have installed all of these, then please go ahead and then continue with this video. If not, please go back and then install JDK as well as Eclipse and then continue with this video. Let me start Eclipse. I have my Eclipse shortcut on my desktop, or you can launch it from your start screen wherever it has been installed. Let me just launch Eclipse. Once you're on the screen, if you're using Eclipse for the first time, if you want to know how to create your first Eclipse Hello World program, you have the cheat sheet available out here, or please follow the video which is given in the description of this video to create your first Hello World program. So considering that you are aware of Eclipse, let's go ahead and then create a Maven project. To create a Maven project, go to File. To create a Maven project, either you can click on create a project out here, not the Java project, create a project, or you can go to file and then say new project. Okay, let me click on new project. So if you see here in the list that you have here, you see Maven. So let me expand Maven, and under Maven you have Maven module, check out Maven project from SEM, and Maven project. Our intention is to create a Maven project. So let me click on or select Maven project and say next. So in the next screen, it talks about new Maven project, and you have an option saying that create a simple project. Let me click on it, skip archetype selection. If you don't do this, then you'll probably have to select an archetype. If you're aware of Maven as to how to archetype generate, which is a sample project in Maven, you can go ahead with that, or you can skip that and then create a new project directly in Eclipse itself. So select this particular option. I'm not going to do anything else apart from this, and click on next. Once you go to the next screen, it'll ask you for group ID and artifact ID and other details. So let me say my group ID is com.SkillRary. Artifact ID is just test. Let the version be as it is, and then the package to be jar. So let me not give any other information apart from these two, and click on finish. So once you're on the screen, you would see that Eclipse has created a test project for you. Let me expand this, and you would see the source, and you also see the pom.xml file. And further extending this, you would see main as well as test classes. It is the same structure that you would see when you create a Maven project from the command prompt. If you want to know more about it, please subscribe to SkillRary channel for videos on Maven as to how to install Maven and start working on command prompt. So for now, since we have this file created, since we have this project created, let me right click on the main folder and create a new class file. So in here, the source folder remains test, and the package name that we had given initially, com.skillrary, I would go ahead with the same thing. And as the class name, I would say app. I would keep the name of the class as app. If you see here, we can have a public method. After a few seconds, you will have the Maven project created, and the Maven project that I have is a test project. Let me expand this, and you would see that there are 4 projects which are created. One is main Java, source main Java, source main resources, source test, test for your test cases, main for your actual code, and test resources. So you have resources for the main source code, and then you have resources for the test resources or test code as well. Okay, and you would see that there is a pom.xml file which is created. Let me open it, and if you can notice, our pom.xml file is automatically created with the data that we had written, group ID, artifact ID, and the snapshot version that we had given out there or chosen when we created this particular project. So let me go ahead and then create my first Java class file in my source main. Let me right click on the folder, say new class file. So the source folder is test source main Java. The package, let me choose it to be the same one that I had given, com.skillrary, and let me name my Java class as app, and I'll not select anything else. Let me directly click on finish. So once you're done, you have app.java. Let me open this particular class file. Let me open this Java file and probably add a method just to return some detail. Probably add a method to return a string. There you go. The program is done. We're done with our first Java class within our source. Let's go ahead and create a test case for the source that we have created. To create a test case, click on the test source test Java, click on the source test Java project, and go to file, click on new, and select JUnit test case. So let me use the same package, pom.xml, and the name of the project, I would say apt test, and say finish. And when you say finish, it asks you to perform the following action: add JUnit library to the build path. I would say not now. The reason behind this is we want to actually add the dependency of JUnit in pom.xml rather than leaving it to Eclipse to do it by itself. Let me say not now and click on OK. Give Eclipse few seconds to create the class file. There you go. You have your app test Java class created. If you see out here, there are a couple of errors or exceptions that you see out here, right? To clear this exception, right, we have to add the dependency onto our pom.xml, or we should have accepted the menu which Eclipse gave us just before this step. So let me go back to my pom.xml out here. In my pom.xml, let me add a dependencies tag. Under the dependencies tag, we are supposed to add JUnit dependency group ID. Usually for any dependency that you want to add, it should be in a GAV format. GAV format is group ID, artifact ID, and version. To find out the JUnit dependency GAV, we'll have to go out and search for JUnit dependency detail. Let me open my browser. On your browser, search for JUnit maven dependency. The first link that you see here, JUnit maven repository, let me click on it. I would have the same link pasted in the description of this video. You can access the same link directly from there instead of searching for it. If you see on the screen, we have multiple versions for JUnit given here. We can go with the latest one that I see here, which is 4.1.3, which is the central repository, right? So let me just click on 4.1.3. And here you would get the entire dependency for JUnit. Let me copy the JUnit dependency, come back to Eclipse and paste the same. Let me do indentation and save the project. Once you save the project, come back to apptest.java. Okay. Once you save it, you would notice that Eclipse has created a Maven dependency folder. Let me expand this. And you would see that it has directly added JUnit jar files. So let me go back to my apptest.java, and you would see that all the exceptions which were available earlier has been cleared. So let me go back to my pom.xml, delete the entry of my dependency and save it again. And once you save it, you see that Maven dependencies folder got automatically removed. And when I come back to my apptest.java, you would see that the exceptions still exist. So let me go back to pom.xml, bring back my dependencies tag, save it again to bring back Maven dependencies, as well as to clear the exceptions in our test class file. This is how we create a Maven project with the source as well as the test Java class files. So this is how you create a Maven project with source files as well as app test files. You can go ahead and then compile this project or run this project, since we have not written a code which can actually compile and give you an output, but you have actually created a Maven project using which you can actually start practicing Maven. If you want to see the source files of this particular project for you to practice Maven for your own project, which you have created from Eclipse, let me open my folder, go to C drive, users, my user folder, get inside Eclipse Workspace, and you would see the test project available out here. And in this test project, you will find all the files that you would need to start working with Maven project. I hope you liked this video and understood as to how to create your first Maven project through Eclipse. If you want to know more about Eclipse or Maven project, subscribe to our YouTube channel and wait for more videos. And if you want us to create a video on certain topic, please write to us, comment on the video, and we will try to bring back the video as soon as possible for you. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Log in now to access all the courses designed by the experts of SkillRary. If you like this video, subscribe to SkillRary YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. Thank you.